Now, before I dive into this discussion, let me hold your hands when I say being with a religious person, aka church boy or church girl, is not such a bad idea. I hate to blame you for your experience, and I'd love to extend you some grace for not knowing better. But whoever you were with that claimed or you perceived to be a church boy or a church girl was never a church boy or a church girl. Hear me out. I know I said you should hear me out, but before then, I'd love to ask you a simple question. Can you please define to me who or what a religious person, aka a church boy or a church girl, is? I know what your answer may be. Someone who frequents a church, someone who is always seen going to church during the weekdays and the Sunday church services, someone who participates in all church activities. Got you. That was quite close, but that's not all it takes to be a church girl or a church boy. Now, a true church boy or a church girl is a true believer of Christ, not just a believer. A church boy or a church girl, or let's simply put, a true Christian, is someone who has come to know Christ on his own, not based off what somebody has said. That could be a motivation for you to want to seek Christ, but getting to know Christ yourself is what makes you a true Christian, not someone who was just born into the religion, who was forced into going to church on every Sunday as a child, who just grew up in church and did not let the church pass through them. Not someone who is just going to church to please their parents, not someone who is participating in church activities to please their pastors. No. So that is where you might have had it wrong. Let's keep on going. Now, this brings us to where I blamed you for your experience, because when you decided to date a God-fearing person or a church girl thinking the experience would be different, you looked at them from the outside. You looked at somebody who goes to church every day. You looked at somebody who sings at church and decided that, oh, this is my true believer and this is the type of person I want to be with and I believe would give me a better experience from what I have experienced with other people outside of church. Now, that was your perception of them. That was your idea of them. And I'm sorry, they might have led you